Hello there, Eagles. You are flipping in fifth with me, Mrs. G. Today we're talking about topic 14, lesson 3. And today's learning target is, I can draw a line plot from data in a frequency table. This is just kind of a little play on what we've been doing for the past 2 lessons, but just taking it one quick step further. Today's vocabulary, it's important that you understand the difference between a frequency table and a line plot because you're going to be using both of those to help come up with the answers for tonight's problem. So here's our problem, and I'm calling it measuring up. Team Gerwell students have measured how tall they are and want to show the data in an organized way. Can you help? So here we have all of our members of Team Gerwell, and they are lining up back against this ruler. And you can see that each of them is about a different height, okay? So here are all of their heights. Here's the data table in inches. So now you need to show this data in an organized way. And as we've been learning the past couple of lessons, there are 2 ways to do that, either a frequency table or a line plot or both. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to rewrite this data in order. As you can see, we start off with 55 inches, then we go down to 52, then we've got 50.5. So it's just a mess. We need to clean up our data and write it in order. So we're going to use the first part of a frequency table to put all of our numbers, all of our inches, how tall we are, in a more organized way. But you're probably looking at this and saying, wow, there's so much more data up here than there is down here. Well, why is that? Well, because step number 2 is we have to record a tally for each student at each height. So in other words, these are all of the heights that our students are. And then over here is the number of students who are that tall. So for instance, we have 50, we have 2 students. Because if we go down here, okay, we have 50, there's 1. And there's the second one. So 2, we just have 2 students at 50. Then we have 50.5. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're going to put 6 tally marks for that. So then once we have that information, once we have our own frequency table, we can easily draw a line plot to show the data in a more organized way. So here we have our number line. Remember, a line plot is simply a graph on a number line, and I have it labeled from 50 to 60 because that's the bottom of our data and the top of our data. So now we have to put in our x's. So we know for 50 there are 2. So we're going to put 2 x's there. Then 50.5, there's 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Why did I put them here in the middle of 50 and 51? Well, that's because that's about where 50.5 would be. It would be in between 50 and 51. Okay, so the next one is 52, and we've got 2. Next one is 55, and we've got 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then we have 58.5, so we had 1 here and 1 here, and then 60, we've got 2 at 60. So now we have a line plot based off of our data showing how tall our team is in inches. So now we can easily answer questions like, what is the tallest member of Team Gerwell in inches? Well, we would know that's 60 because we have 2 people at that. What is our shortest? Well, we would know we have 2 people at 50. And we could even tell what is most frequently recorded height. So we've got 6 kids that are the same at 50.5. We also have 6 kids that are the same at 55 inches. So it's a lot easier to read and use the data. Okay, now it's your turn. We only have 3 practice problems tonight because it's a little bit more in depth. Remember to take this data, make sure you organize it in a frequency table, and make sure that you put it in order, and then from there you can draw the line plot. Go ahead and pause the video and come back when you're ready for answers. All right, coming back in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, here's each line plot. I want you to go through and check and make sure that you have the correct number of x's above the correct numbers. Remember, your lines might look a little bit different because maybe you did some things in between our fractions here. It's hard when you're getting into fractions. But you could either do it this way where you have its own marker on your number line for the fraction, or you could have done it where it was in between like I did before. Okay, So make sure you check your work and you wrote how many you got correct out of 3 this time. Remember, be honest, it's not for a grade. And please fill out that self-reflection so we can help you quickly tomorrow. Could you teach a friend? Do you think you got it? Or do you have no idea? And as always, if you have any questions, go ahead and put those at the bottom of your math notebook page. All right, hope you enjoyed learning how to make data a little bit more manageable. And we will be back here tomorrow with another lesson. Bye.